Today's video is sponsored by no one. We don't have any sponsors. Probably should have read that warning first. So far, all of our videos have been about tearing the car down. Today, we're getting a little anxious. Everything keeps coming apart. Nothing's going back together yet. So today, we're going to finish getting all the interior out, and we're going to take care of all the floors and put down Herculiner, help cover up all the bad spots. And we are going to do some work on the seats. We're going to get all that tore apart. We'll show you how to go through that and get the frames all cleaned up and get them painted and get them ready to go either to the upholster or we're going to put them up in storage for now. Either way, it's time to do something towards putting the car back together. So this is the bottom seat from the back. And I went ahead and took the seat cover off, and you can see it's in gross shape. But what I did, I kept it all in one piece, because when I take this to the upholster, I'm going to take this piece in so they can have that as a pattern. And nothing makes me happier than dealing with everywhere where mice have urinated and done their business. I already started a little section here. You can see the difference it's going to make. So once I get the cover off of the back seat, I'm going to take them both to the bench. I'm going to grind all this down, and I'm going to paint these black, and then I'll store them until we're ready to take them to the upholster and get them redone. So the only thing we have to do, I'm just going to take some regular old pliers or wire snips. Just going to go through and take all these clips out, and then we will slowly peel all of this off. And we'll keep this as a pattern as well, and I'm throwing the padding away, putting that in the burn pile because it's bad, and we'll put some new foam on it. I won't make you sit through too much of this because this is the really boring, tedious part of the job. So now what we're left with is just the main cover. We can take that into the upholstery shop and they can unstitch that and get at least a basic pattern. See how close we can come to matching this fabric to go back in the other one. Probably different color, but probably same design. So we're gonna leave both those sitting right there for now. Hopefully tomorrow I can get my lovely wife out here to help with those. We'll just take them over to the bench and get them cleaned up, and I'm going to take the drill with the Finger Maker Bleeder 5000 and turn my attention to the inside of the car. First thing I'm going to try to do is get the front seat out. I don't know how lucky y'all get because the bolts go through, of course, to underneath the car, and they're probably pretty rusty. So let's get a couple of wrenches and see if we have any luck. Oh, those are good and rusty. There's the other one. They go clear through to the frame. So this will probably never work just because I got to get up underneath the car and inside the car at the same time. But we're going to give it a shot anyway. Okay, here we go. Did that just come out? Holy moly, it did. How did I do that? Well, will you look at that? Came out, no problem. Let's try the next one. Nope, need an extension. Extension. Unbelievable. Maybe I need, ooh, I have a hammer. Well, much to my disbelief, all 4 bolts did come out, and we should be able to get the seat out. Should be fun by myself. Oh, please come out of there. Oh, that ain't too bad. It's only 800 pounds. So it leaves us with this. Now we got plenty of room. Get in there and move around and clean stuff up. Joy. Joy. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a scraper, go over all the floor, vacuum it out, get all the rough stuff up, then I'll vacuum it. Then we'll get the Make Your Finger Bleeder 5000 out. Okay, all truth and being told, it is the next day. I got tired, went inside last night. But I came out today, put a different Make Your Finger Bleeder 6000 on here, and started just on the front passenger side of the car. And I'm basically just going over all the really rough spots and sanding those down with the wire wheel to get rid of any major imperfections. Then going over it with a Scotch-Brite pad. And then once all that's done and it's vacuumed out, then I will come in with a brush and some cleaner and get everything cleaned and let it dry. But you can see there's a big difference between this side now and that side and all of the back. Okay, it is many, many hours later. It's amazing how time gets away from you when you're working, but I got some cleaner, degreaser that I mixed up. I'm gonna spray that on, let it sit for a few minutes, brush it out, and this should be the final step before I put the coating down. I don't know about you, but I think that looks 1,000 times better. Still got some shine on it. So now that I got that cleaner wiped off of there, probably let it dry really good for a day or so while I do the rest of the car back in the back. And then I will give it a light scuffing again with the pad and then vacuum it, hit it with some degreaser like some Windex or something, and then we'll be ready. Finally got everything sprayed down, got it scrubbed with the brush, got it all wiped up, and I think it looks extremely better. Or as my granddad used to say, looks great from afar, but far from great. I'm okay with that. Now it's time to enjoy some of the finer things in life. Well, I thought I was going to end the video there, but I got to looking and I just can't leave it there. So I got the lovely wife coming out today, and we got a couple more things we're going to finish up today. I got one of the seat springs. This is the back of the back seat. Got the Make Your Finger Bleeder 5000 on there. Oh, no, that's a 4000 because that's a little bit smaller. Just gonna scrape some stuff down, get that ready for paint. And I went ahead and got everything prepped in here, got it all scuffed up, everything clean, everything's dry. It's been a couple days. I never even noticed until just recently that the front is the same color as the outside of the car and the rest of it is white. I don't know, colorblind, I guess. I don't know. I didn't even think about that or figure it out, but everything is scuffed and cleaned and ready to go. And this Herculiner kit comes with the actual coating and a scouring pad and a couple of rollers with the handle and roller and a brush. So we're gonna mix that up real good. It says to use a drill or power thing, but I'm just gonna shake it and maybe stir it with a stick and then start brushing on the edges and see what we can do. Probably should have read that warning first. So it says to brush on all the seams first. So I'm going to go around all the seams and all the edges with the brush, and then we'll roll. Try not to make too much of a mess. You also don't want to like spread it. You want to kind of dab it so it gives it that good texture. Got it on my gloves from sticking there. First coat is complete. We're going to let that dry for a couple hours per the instructions, and then we'll put another coat on. I'm going to go lighter under where the seats go, so there and here, but I'm going to go really thick on the driver and passenger side floorboards and the hump, as well as the hump, transmission hump, the drive shaft hump in the back, and the floorboards back here where there's going to be the most wear. I'll go over those the heaviest. You ready?
Yeah.
So,
ready.
You want to work on the seats now?
Sure. I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah.
We got to scrape them down, rough them up, and then we're going to paint the frame black just to help protect it as well.
It shouldn't be too hard roughing it up.
No. We're not going to spend tons of time on it.
It looks rough already.
Yeah. Well, we got to unrough some of the roughness. Perfect. Now, be careful because it is metal. You just think about metal and you cut yourself. And there are sharp parts on here.
I wonder why that is. Not the sharp parts.
The metal? I don't know. You just walk down the metal aisle in a store and you get a big cut on your hand. Okay. Got this seat completed. This is the back of the back seat in front of the fire. Getting it nice and baked on. Got the bottom of the back seat cleaned up, painted. It is drying. That was a mess. That was the one that had all the rat's nest in it, but it looks much better. And the floor in here is still drying. It's been about 2 hours. It says it'll tack up at an hour and a half, but it is only 30 degrees outside today, and we got the barn warmed up to 50 something, and it's still a little tacky, but you still get some on your finger. So we're gonna let that dry a little bit more, and then we'll come in and put a second coat on it later this evening. Second coat is done and drying. We're gonna let that dry for a couple of days. I still have a little bit of the gallon left of the liner, so if we need to come back and hit a few more spots, we can. Not too concerned about that, but I think it looks much better than it did. So what we're gonna do next week?
I don't know.
Doors. And do door
Oh,
cards?
you want to do doors?
We can do the doors. Get the door panels off, and the windows don't move very well, so we can see if we can lube them up. And back behind here, I think I got that tool. I think it's in the trunk of my car for some reason. I don't know why. So that's all we got for this one. Hopefully we will see you on the next one.
Thank you.